Welcome back to Learning the Tarot. Today we are talking about the King of Swords. As I've mentioned before, the court cards are like so specific to just like, it's a person, and like it doesn't relate it to anything. It's just representing a person, a type of person, and that's it. And this was one of the harder cards to be like, so what does it mean? Because that's it. It only talks about what these traits are in a person, and if this is a person in your life, and describing who this character is on the card, but not relating it to you, the person, in both books. Both of them are pretty guilty of this. And so, like, again, these court cards, the Page, Knight, Queen, and King, why is this such a thing? Like, it is so annoying. So anyways, here we are for the King. Let's jump into it. This King is so related to intelligence and knowledge, again, the swords and the mind. So he rules over those things. I assume it could mean, if it's upright, that you need to use your intellect or your knowledge, or that you are using these things. For his profession, like we had with the Queen of Swords, he has professions associated with him, which is like being a lawyer, a scientist, or anything else that would require a sharp mind. Basically that communication and mental tasks just come easily to him, which is like, great. Is that how it's gonna apply to you? I don't know. Like the odds of this being like, ah yes, you pull this card when you're looking for your career option, and it's gonna be like, ah yes, you should be a lawyer or a scientist or something else in those professions where you require your brain, which is like most of them, honestly. Most jobs require you to actually be smart, just in different areas of smart, but like all of them require you to mostly not be an idiot, because like even just like being a barista, there are so many things you have to keep track of in your mind under pressure, because you have like really angry people all the time because they want their coffee. Like every job has that. So I don't know. It's just like, it's kind of stereotypical to be like, ah yes, but the smart ones, the lawyers. And you're like, bro, have you seen other jobs? Other jobs require just as much mental. It's just different levels and different areas. That said, we're back to still, I mean, it's really just traits of the King. That's it. So it's like he comes off as stern and aloof, logic and reason are at the forefront. But again, like, how does this apply to a reading? Like, is this saying that you're, like, right now you seem to be very logical? Or is it that you're seeming aloof to people? And if you did, like, a reading on, like, I don't, like, just, you know, I don't like when these cards are described just as the traits of a person. It doesn't help. Like, move it into situational and more like archetype, maybe, something. I don't know. This is why, again, it's called Learning the Tarot, because, like, we're learning this journey together. But this is just one of those things that I'm like, but why? Why can't we have, like, more meaning than just this to this card? So let's move on to the reverse of the King of Swords. So where he's upright, he's stern and aloof. Now he's, like, judgmental and, like, kind of really not great to be around. Like, he's pretty arrogant. We've all probably met that dude. And to be honest, I'm sure there's women too. Actually, I can think of an example. People who are very, like, self-righteous, judgy, arrogant, and just have this air about them of like, yeah, I'm better than you and I know it. And you're like, you're just an asshole. Like, those types. Like, you have no compassion for anyone around you. You have no, like, you don't care about the people around you. Like, just in your own little universe. It also reminds you to watch your back around people, but honestly, if you're acting like that around them, you might be the problem. And they might start to lash out at you because of, if you're reacting, you know, if you're acting like that to people, they're going to react. So, like, I feel like it's more of like a self-reflection card to be like the AITA stories, you need to ask yourself that question right now. And it also talks about, like, being mentally exhausted and, again, lashing out. We've had that with other cards too. And again, when you lash out because you're mentally exhausted, people don't want to be around you. It also talks about how you might not be aware of how you're acting to other people. Like, you might be misinterpreting things and not notice, like, the unfair treatment and judgment that you're placing on others. And, like, this card is calling you out. Honestly, I do feel like the reverse of this card has a better meaning than, like, well, not better, but like a more clear image of like how you could be that, opposed to the upright. Again, these cards, they're just so, like, I don't know, like, it, again, it's, they're always saying it like, well, he is this or he is that. And then it's like, but how does that apply to me? You know, like, or to a client or querent or whoever. Like, how does that apply though? Really? And I know there's seasoned readers who are going to be like, oh my god, how do you not know? But like, it doesn't say. Like, you kind of have to like sit there and like really connect the dots behind the scenes. And like, for guidebooks, I kind of would hope for better. And again, some of them they lay out so easily, and then you get to these others that don't, and it's like, but why, dude? Like, why are you making me have to sit here and really analyze what this could mean and how it could connect to different situations? Because like, even like the reverse, like, oh, you're being like inconsiderate of other people, that could apply to a lot of things. Are you looking for jobs and like maybe you're not nailing your interviews because you're too arrogant? Or are you like having issues in your relationship? Are you not understanding or putting any care and compassion towards your partner? Like, there's so many things that like that part would work, but the other where it's like, oh, but like you could be a lawyer and like intelligence and knowledge, you know, like it's just, sometimes I feel like they nail one version of the card versus the other. So anyways, those are my thoughts right now on the knight, or not the knight, good lord, on the King of Swords. I would love to hear your interpretations in the comments down below. Huge thank you to my patrons. I'll have their names here on the screen. If you'd like to support me and get access to exclusive content, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like and subscribe. I post every single day, and until next time, thank you so much for watching. God bless be.